lights, and so on. So of course we can see those in the radar, but in case there's some small targets or maybe targets that are astern of us or overtaking, something like that, then he's the one informing us. Also, for example, last night we have plenty of fishing buoys that you cannot see on the radar, but he was the one spotting them, and then we were avoiding. Otherwise, the ropes will entangle on the RASI pods, and it's a problem. So, yeah, the two officers are sleeping here in the center cockpit. This seat is usually taken by the captain when we are approaching to the port. So basically, when we are coming to the port, then we have increased manning. We call it red manning. So that's when you will see red zone signs on the door, watertight doors. So please don't call the bridge at that moment if you can open, because you cannot. And that's just the way it is. There's nothing we can do about it. The watertight doors are making ships' water integrity, and this is essential for the safety. So when we are approaching to the port in the red manning, then two officers and the quartermaster are joined by captain and staff captain. Then we have a special bridge manning system that everybody gets a designated role, and then that's how we proceed together after we embark the local pilot. So you can come a little bit closer. So we have two azimuths. These ships don't have rudders, right? This ship has a 360 azimuth that turns 360. And also we have three bow thrusters. 1, 2, and 3. This is how we can move the bow to port or to starboard. Also, we have a VHF radios that we can communicate with other ships, pilot station, shore stations, so on and so on. And we have 4 radar antennas. 2 on the mast. Why 2? Because one of them is X-band and S-band. I don't want to bother with details, but one of these radars is better on short distance and gets more details. The one of them is better on long distance. That's why one of us is always using, we always use different antennas so we can get the better full picture. And then we have a bow radar, the bow antenna that you can see over there. And then we have the same one on the stern, the radar antenna. This one we use in fog, because that one is giving us most precise overview in fog. And the stern we obviously use when we are going astern, because every radar antenna has the blind spot, right? Yeah. So with this one you cannot see anything on the stern of the ship because the blind sector is like that. Okay, let's move to the bridge wing. I will show you how the captain docks the ship. So basically all the controls that we have here in the cockpit, there is also the same controls in the bridge wing. That's how the captain docks the ship. So here we have glass flooring, so captain can see the mooring lines when they are arranged. So there is glass here, so he can see it below while he's docking. And everything what he has there, he has here as well, and on the starboard wing. So everything is, when we are port side alongside, this morning captain was docking on there, on the other wing, because we are starboard side alongside. This way you can see the whole ship side and you can see below.
So when we're docking, it's captain who's driving?
Captain or staff captain, depending. They are trying to rotate, so they are both fit all the time. You know, if you don't practice something, you forget it. Right? Yeah. So yeah. Also, we have. You can see the pictures here. The bow thrusters look like this. It's like a tunnel from port to starboard side with a propeller inside. So basically, when they control it, here, it's the same one that I showed you on the ceiling there in the center cockpit. So those are the bow thrusters. So they are the one turning the bow to port and starboard. But this is only when docking. We don't use this when we are running at sea. And then you can see here the stabilizers. It's the fins that come out on the side of the ship to prevent rolling. Yeah. So when the ship is rolling, we rig the stabilizers out. And they have about starboard stabilizer 6.37 meters long, so 6.5 meters stabilizers on each side For pitching, when we have waves from the bow, there's nothing to do about it. It's so only when we have the waves and the wind from the side, that's how we can minimize. You can always, it's never a car, huh? You can always feel something going on, yeah? So, but this way we can minimize the effect of the rolling of the ship. These are the azipods. You can see our former first officer here. He was about 2 meters tall, so you can then picture how big the stabilizer still is. So basically, this stabilizer, you can see the propeller. As I said, the whole gondola of the azipod can turn 360 degrees. So there is no rudder like on a regular boat. Yeah, the regular boat has a propeller and the rudder behind it. But this one can turn 360 degrees. You can control it here, and you have indicators, and then that's where you are going to get the thrust.
This is at the back of the ship.
Yes, all the way on the back. The bow thrusters, they have total 9,500 horsepower. And azipods, they have 55,000 horsepower. So it's really good.
So where's the stabilizer in there?
Stabilizer is located somewhere on the midship.
Midship.
Yeah,
It's like
around the
a-
midship, under the water level. You can see the water level here. This is the underwater, this red. This is the biofouling, so no vegetation gets stick to our hull. If we don't have this coat, all the algae and all the underwater vegetation will stick to the hull, and we would not make enough speed. We would drag these all things behind us. So you can see it's red. It's below the water level, a couple of meters. And that is regarding our propulsion. So what else? Here we have the safety center. So basically,
Sir, question.
tell me
About the door, this one provide.
about the door.
Yeah.
Yes, for example, the main overboard life ring is here, up there. So when I do the maintenance, I have to take this door and I have to go out. This is for maintenance. We have a Skycon here. If we are washing the windows, you can see the railings here. That Skycon, that box can go all around. Yeah? This is for maintenance reason. You can also climb with the stairs on top of the bridge in front of the spa. We call it like Monkey Island. There we have, that's the name of that location. So guys, this is the safety center. All the ship's alarms are centered here. So when you start your cigarette in your cabin, the detector gets activated, and I can see here